What's going on? This is your man, John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And of course, when you see my man, Jeremiah, you know we're going around the league. So today, we're going to focus on the first game that happened this week, or week 7. The Steelers Bengals, man. I mean, what was that? What a surprising thing. Starting out, Mike Tomlin was like, why in the hell would the Cleveland Browns do that? That's so stupid. How you gonna make the guy your first week 1 starter and then trade him in the division? And not only that, trade him before their game, which is even more hilarious and devious at that. What is your thoughts on that Bengals Steelers game?
Hey, first of all, Joe Flacco just bought him another year in the NFL. He'll definitely be playing next year. He'll be playing next year. Man, that was the battle of the old man. The old man. Hey, they was flinging that ball. It was no defense really being played. There were a couple of defensive, obviously, things that happened, but it was a lot of offense that was going. And I wasn't expecting for Joe Flacco to get off that well because he had like 3 touchdowns. No, he didn't turn the ball over. Obviously, that was the tell of the game, the tell of the tape, I guess I can say. Aaron Rodgers had 2 turnovers, but really only one was his fault. The other one was just a good interception. It was a good interception.
Right.
And what I also took from this was Jalen Ramsey was getting abused, man.
Their secondary was being victimized out there.
It didn't matter where he threw it to. You know what I'm saying? He went off. He had a good game.
Yeah.
19 yards until Jamar Chase. Golly. 16, you had 16 catches?
I thought he had more than that. I thought he had 20 something because I could have sworn he threw the ball to him, like threw the ball at him. I put it like this. I've never seen a quarterback just say, fuck it, I'm throwing it to you every time I don't give a fuck where you at. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I don't care where it's at. I'm throwing it to you. And I mean, because I think when the game was over, he had been targeted at least about 25 times.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if it was 16, I don't know. Hell, it seemed like they were trying to make your 2,000 yards in one game.
Oh, man. Joe Flacco might buy him some time. He might buy some time till Joe Burrow get back. He may be able to do it.
I mean, and that's the thing right there, because now, I mean, no matter what happens, you will be sitting Joe Flacco, right?
Oh,
you know, Joe Burrow come back, Flacco's going to be sitting. The downside is, how long do you let Joe Burrow sit until you say, look, why don't you be 100% healthy and then be like, you know what, shit, Joe has gotten us these several wins. Let's see if we can squeeze out 2 more before we get Burrow in. And then, even with that, let's just say Burrow starts to have a little rust going in. Do you sit him?
Nah, they ain't sitting. Once he starts, eventually Joe Flacco he gonna become Joe Flacco at some point.
Right.
He's up and down. He's up and down. He's hot, and then next thing you know, he ain't.
And see, that's the thing. Like, do you just wait until he just has that bad game and say, "All right, Joe"?
That I can agree with. If they're on the winning streak, if they say they're like 5 games straight or something like that, I'm gonna ride it out and let Joe Burrow heal more. You know what I mean?
and that'll be the excuse. Oh, his toe was still a little bad. All right. Well, now we're going to go into the pick'em game. So, week 7, first game. This is it. The international game. Rams, Jags. Who you got in this game? Because you're talking about the Rams. They've been looking clumsy. A lot of these games, and it's like, they're either losing them or they're squeaking out a win. And the Jags have been playing well. But again, it always comes down to Trevor Lawrence doing something or not doing something, man. What are your thoughts on this game?
anytime the Jags are playing overseas, it's still a true home game for them because
Yeah.
they've been playing over there overseas pretty much every single year.
Yeah, because I think like they got what, like 17 games over there, something crazy like that.
Yeah, they got some fans over there because they always play over there. And also Puka's not playing. Puka's he's out this game, the ankle injury. So and you made the mention that how the Rams they played terrible last week. They
Hmm.
played terrible last week. Eh, they still won, but they're playing against the Jags this week. So I'm gonna go Jags. Jags home
Uh,
game.
I I'm going Jags as well. I don't think the Rams like, especially with what they're saying they're trying to do with Travis Hunter now. After
Yeah,
all this time, you now want to work this in, and I think he showed something. I think it was what, last Monday,
mhm.
or whatever that the primetime game
Oh
was.
yeah, yeah.
He really showed something, and I think that, with that, I'll go with the Jags as well. I think they really will pour it on the Rams. This is a game, and this is one that's going to, I think, going to wake a lot of eyes up because the NFC. I said it early in the season, before the
Yeah,
season even started. I said the NFC is going to be the toughest conference this year.
yeah.
We got the Eagles Vikings 1 o'clock game. Who you got in that game?
Man, the Eagles like they might be a little rusty. You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the Vikings. I'm gonna take the Vikings. I'm gonna take the yeah. I'm gonna take them. I mean, it's a tough game to pick.
I think that, again, we haven't had that Carson Wentz moment yet.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think this is where we get it.
You think
Carson
so?
Wentz is going to want to sit up there and try to prove that what happened in Philly
Yeah.
shouldn't have happened. And he's going against a guy that basically got him up out of there.
Yeah, they replaced him. That's true. Has he played the Eagles as starting quarterback since he left?
When they played when he was with the Commanders, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he played him when he was in Indianapolis, but I think he did play him when he was with the Commanders. But this may be a little emotional for him because it's like, it may be one of those games where he's like, I gotta prove something. And
Yeah.
again, he's currently right now, I think he's the reason why they're just like letting JJ kind of sit on the bench
Yeah.
and let him just learn some more. But again, Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
It may not happen soon, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. That
Yeah.
train is never late when it comes to Carson Wentz.
Fact. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going Vikings, and you said you going Eagles. Yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles as well. You going Eagles too, right?
I went Vikings on
Oh,
that
you
one.
went Vikings, yeah, yeah. Next is the Patriots Titans. Man, I personally think that everybody's kind of overblowing this Drake May thing because of the fact that the games he's had against the really good games he's had against certain teams have been teams that were kind of down, except Buffalo. But we
Yeah.
knew going inside the division, there was going to be a chance for him to beat them.
Yeah.
But in other games, he's doing stuff, but they've been against lowly teams. Titans, this might be the game when Drake May looks good against a lowly team that
Yeah.
just fired their coach. Quick thing on that, quick nugget on that. In my not mock draft, I actually had them taking. I said that they should take Shador Sanders, being as though that coaching staff is used to the entire coaching staff, that offensive coaching staff is used to developing pocket passers, not
Hmm.
dual threat guys, which is
Yeah.
why when you see Cam Ward in the offense in its current state, it looked like he's throwing more and not utilizing his legs at all.
Okay.
So with that, I'm not surprised that Brian Callahan was fired, but they took the wrong quarterback. What are your thoughts on that game?
Oh man, I got the first. I got the pass winner out gate just because they're the better team.
Hmm.
Just because they're the better team, and Cam Ward hasn't looked good in this offense. He hasn't looked good in this
Yeah.
offense pretty much essentially pretty much the entire season.
Right.
And I always mention every week with the Titans on how they are dependent on field goals. And
Yeah.
let me tell you something. Joey Slide's kicked for the Panthers some years ago, and
He kicked for the
kicked
Commanders.
for
Yeah,
the
he kicked for the
Commanders.
Commanders.
He came with it because of Ron Rivera. I think because
Right.
Ron Rivera had picked him up. But he can be hot and then he can be straight cold. He can start
But
missing.
I also think he was out. I think he's out because I think he was out the last game, and I think he might be
He's
out.
out?
Yeah, I think he might be because I think he was out the last game. I think he might be out this game too.
He might mess around, lose a good job, depending on how good this kicker do.
So with that, I think we both got the Patriots in this game.
Yeah.
Panthers Jets. Now this is something where you got what we thought were going to be the two bad teams, and one is like right now rising, and the other one we're not sure if they're sinking
Yeah.
or what's happening. People want to blame Justin Fields. I can't blame him fully because even though there's moments he's holding the ball, he's still getting the ball out, but
Yep.
he can't sit up there, and if guys aren't getting open, there's nothing he can do.
Yep.
So with that, who you got in this game?
I got the Panthers on this one. This should be it should be a fairly good matchup. But it's either gonna go one or two ways. If it's close, I feel like the Jets will win. But I feel like it's not close. The Panthers will win. The Pat Jones is out for the season. That's another outside linebacker defense end for the Panthers.
Right.
We picked him up in the offseason.
Yeah.
He's out for the season. Bryce should have a fairly good game. They got Chuba back, so if they establish that running game, they'll be straight. But also, it's Steve Wilkes, the defense coordinator over there. And honestly, let me tell you something. This is a bold prediction for this game. If the Panthers smash the Jets,
mm-hmm.
they're gonna fight a head coach, put Steve Wilkes in. It's gonna be. That's 7 games in the season. Now we've seen this happen with the Panthers before with Frank Wright. 11 games in the season, fired. First season. But hey.
But remember, if you remember you talking about with the Panthers or with the Jag? Who was he with? No, he was with Indianapolis, right?
Who you talking about?
You said Frank Wright.
Yeah, Frank Wright. He coached for Indianapolis. Then he got picked up on the Panthers. And
yeah, that's right. That's right.
They fired him once we went 1-11 or 1-12 or something like that. They fired him without even getting through the season. But that was a different owner. So he's.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm waiting on you.
Oh, okay. No, but what I'll say is, I agree. To some extent, to fire a coach within the first 6 games of a season, that doesn't really mean a lot. Now, because again, we're talking about Aaron Glenn comes from that background where, remember, the Detroit Lions, they were bad year one of Dan Campbell.
That is true.
They were awful. And they came back, and you see where they are now.
Yeah.
If you let him go too soon, would you be doing a devastating thing to your team? Because you're talking about now this particular group of players would have had 3 coaches in almost less than 2 years.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, so you're putting your team in a very bad position if you fire Aaron Glenn. Even if you fire him at the end of the season, you got to give him another season, just to see if the turnaround can happen. Because I still think that they're still trying to learn this defense. Because Sauce Gardner doesn't look good. With the fact that DJ Reed is like somewhere else, so he doesn't have a running mate. Their secondary hasn't been great. Also, you got to remember Quentin Williams is out.
Oh, Quentin Williams out?
Yeah, I think Quentin Williams is playing, but I think Quentin Williams, the linebacker, I don't know if he's still out, but I do remember he was out. So
Garrett Wilson out too, I believe too.
Huh?
I think Garrett Wilson out this game too.
Yeah, so it's like you're dealing with a team that is like really going through it. So I mean, That's a very bold prediction, but I hope they wouldn't do that. But
Nah,
in this
hey,
game, I got the Panthers.
hey, listen, hey, bad organization make bad decisions all the time.
Yeah, and I mean, for once, like I think that everybody's eyes on the offense, all the coaches, their
Yeah,
eyes were woken up by Jimmy Horn, and which is something that I said. I said that they should have
yeah,
drafted a
oh,
speed
yeah,
receiver in the
right.
first anyway,
Yep,
and they should have tried their best to get Isaiah Bond when he finally was back able to play in the NFL. But again, they set up there. They took Jimmy Horn, smart move,
yeah, in the sixth
and
round.
yeah, what not what I thought was he in the sixth round?
Jimmy Horn was sixth round. He
Okay,
went
yeah,
late.
so yeah, I mean you're talking about that's a great pickup for them. So
Yeah.
definitely I'm going with the Panthers as well. Oh man, this is a game that uh again I defend their coach, and the only reason why is because I think that it's more the quarterback than the coach.
Okay.
Dolphins Browns. Who you got in this game?
Man, Browns. I'm going Browns. The defense is going to win this game. That's all
Yeah,
I'm gonna say. Defense is going to win it, and Tua hasn't played well, so I'm a road defense. That's it. That's it. That's it in Cleveland.
that's in Cleveland. Yeah, that's a Cleveland home game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Browns too. Did what Tua did at the mic, that was just
Oh
bad.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah, yeah.
throwing not only the team but the coaches under the bus like that, like almost like, yo, bro, like you talking like you out this thing throwing for 300 yards and you ain't throwing no picks and all this type of stuff. Like,
Right.
bro, and recently, one of the former cornerbacks, Xavier Howard, said all we did was take away his first read. Then after that, two was a mess. So it's one of those things where they believed in a quarterback that in reality doesn't know how to actually read the field that well. So all this
Yeah,
thing and where everybody's talking about firing Mike McDaniels, what about if you let Mike McDaniels get his own quarterback? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like he inherited Tua. That
yep,
wasn't his fault. And I understand you might have brought him in thinking he was going to make Tua better, but Tua is just Tua.
yeah,
And you can't rely on him because guess what's going to happen? The concussion is coming. It's coming. It's coming. And don't be surprised that it might be in this game.
yeah.
And so
That's true.
I'm with you. I'm going Browns just solely on the defense.
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel, he's going to do everything he can to keep his job in this game. Because,
If you play bad this game, hey, look, you might see Shador next week.
man, I'm
Maybe not.
telling you.
Right. It depends. They'll have to get pressure from the owner
The
for that
fan
one.
base wants
Yeah,
Shador. The
they
fan
do.
base has made it very clear. They
Yeah.
want Shador. They don't care about Dylan. They don't care how good games he having. They want Shador. So
Right.
yeah, that's crazy. Next is the Saints and the Bears. Um,
Mm,
Saints again, scrappy team that
they are.
can mess around and be the team that actually knocks everybody out of the playoff race. Bears coming off of a victory against the Commanders at the last couple minutes after
Yeah.
insane fumble by Jaden Daniels. Who you got in this game?
I'm taking the I was going with the who we looking at? I'm not going with the Bears. I know
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not going with the Bears because I'm not I'm not so much still a believer in Caleb Williams right now. Regardless, because I watched the game last week, well on Monday, and his a lot of his receivers that he's thrown to, a lot of them was wide open, and then also he they won the game off of turnovers. They did win the game off of turnovers. If their turnovers didn't happen, they wouldn't have won. Maybe Caleb Williams in year three, I might believe in him, but right now I still don't, man. I just don't.
He doesn't win the games for him.
Not
It's
right.
not him.
Yeah.
He there are times again. Washington was in that game the whole time. If the fumble doesn't happen, they win that game.
Right. That's true.
And Caleb he's not the reason they win. And you had DeAndre Swift finally have one good game this season. I
Yeah.
don't think that's going to be the same case for the Saints game because I think that they're going to just overpower them offensively.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not that the Bears are bad, but they're not great. and because
Yep.
they're not great, that's why I got the Saints taking them out.
Yep.
Next is the Raiders Chiefs division game. We know how these division games have been tough on a lot of teams this year.
Yep.
And this is one where again the Chiefs are getting back into the saddle. They now are
They
ready.
are. Yeah.
Rashid Rice,
Return. Yep.
I think he's back this week.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
So we're talking about going up against a Raiders defense that hasn't been able to stop a receiver. Who you
Hmm.
got in this game?
Man, I got the Chiefs, man. This is going. I know this divisional game, but I got this by a landslide. I got this one by a landslide, man. They probably going to for She Rice just getting back. They might force feed him for a little bit, just get him back in, maybe that first quarter or two, and then go into the regular game plan just for that first game back. I see Gino having a bad game. It's gonna be a combination of both two things. She's gonna be playing very well. Gino's gonna be playing bad. He might throw two interceptions, at least a fumble and an interception. Two turnovers coming from him.
Okay. Yeah, I got the Chiefs as well. I think with the return of Rasheed Rice, it's going to open up that running game. And
Yeah.
it's that's when it's going to get terrible for every other team in the league because
Yeah, man.
now all of a sudden you're not going to be able to stop that team. And defensively, they've been looking a little strong defensively,
Yeah.
but offensively, return of Rasheed Rice means the return of the running game, and it's about to be over for a lot of teams now. The AFC is
Yeah.
about to. The Chiefs are now going to be activated, and the AFC is going to be in trouble. Next is the Colts Chargers. Uh, Indiana Jones is staying on top
Yeah.
where everybody else is talking about Baker Mayfield for MVP. Daniel Jones should probably be the MVP, even though now again his running back is probably should be considered for MVP as well, and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
But that team looks very unified going
Yep.
in marching as they're
Yep.
marching. The Chargers, they're still down. I think Joe Alt is back, but
Uh-huh.
that doesn't cover up the fact that they're still missing pieces on that offensive line, and they practically have no running backs because uh, I think Hampton isn't coming back, and Harris isn't coming back. So,
Mm.
who you got in this game?
They got the Colts as like the underdogs in this game. I know the Chargers playing. I'm talking about like I looked on the sports book. The sports book got them as the underdog. I'm like, okay, sound like a safe bet to me. I'm, hey, I'm going with the Colts, man. Going to Colts, man. John Taylor, Indiana Jones, man. Oh, Downs is out, but they still got a good receiving core.
Yeah,
Even
Alex Pierce is there.
is Josh Allen
Uh,
like third, fourth receiver?
yeah, Mitchell is there. It's not, and they got Tyler Warren, and it's like
They're
you're
fine.
not yeah you're not stopping it. You're not stopping anything. Not only that, it's like come on, there's no way in hell you telling me that the Chargers with that many things still missing,
Right,
unless the entire coach team is off as well. Like they missed the
right.
plane. They missed the plane. So, and then I could see
Yeah.
them losing. But other than that, I don't see.
Yeah.
So I got the Colts in this game as well.
Right.
Next is the Giants Broncos. Giants have been playing very scrappy. Broncos still look like they're trying to get it together offensively. Who you got in this game?
Man, the Giants got two running backs, the quarterback and Scatterball. That's their two running backs right there. Hey, man. But you know what? Because I don't see them throwing that much in this game. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Defense got Broncos got a good secondary, and so I'm roll with the Broncos, man. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a low scoring game because the Broncos offense hasn't gotten going really.
Yeah.
And I don't see the Giants really throwing too much in this game. I see them running a lot. But I'm taking the Broncos on this one.
I'm gonna go Broncos as well, even though something is kind of pulling me for the Giants. The only reason why is because that front four of the Giants, it can be devastating,
That's
and
true.
the
Yeah.
Broncos offensive line hasn't been strong. They don't have a running game, especially when DK
JK
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 goes down.
Yep.
it's like one of those things where it's like for him, it's a little different,
Yep.
so, um, and then their secondary isn't so bad that they can't shut down Cortland Sutton and Troy Franklin. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go Broncos, but I do feel a pull for the Giants. You know what? No, I'm gonna do it. If I'm feeling the pull, I'm gonna take the pull. I'm gonna do the upset. I'm gonna do the upset Giants over Broncos. Um, Next is the Packers Cardinals NFC game. NFC games are tough. And I think
Yep.
that especially with the Packers, they went down. What they had the tie? They lost the game. Then they had the tie against the Cowboys.
Hmm.
They need to recover, and they need to recover big time, especially going up against a Cardinals team
Yeah.
that, from my understanding, Kyler Murray may be back, but I think they want to go with Jacoby Brissett again. Who you got in this game?
That really depends on
The quarterback.
Yep. It really does. It really does because the Packers have been shown they look really good those first two games out the, you know what I'm saying, in the season.
Mm.
Uh, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals on just because there's two opponents that know each other. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
Um,
It's a tough one, but I go with the Cardinals on this one.
I like the Cardinals. Um, But I'm gonna go Packers. I think that they're gonna focus on the run game, being a focus on that.
Yeah.
I do think that with some of their offensive linemen returning to the lineup, that's gonna help them out a lot.
Hmm.
And I think that there's going to be more of an emphasis to get the ball down the field with Christian Watson returning as well.
Yeah.
So I think that with that emphasis of them doing that, that's going to be something where I think the Packers and them trying to keep pace with everybody else, I think the Packers will come out and win this game.
I'm still
Uh,
trying to figure out who the Packers' number one receiver is, man. I feel like they got five number one receivers.
and they don't utilize them well, but a lot, and that, which is crazy,
Yeah.
especially when you talking about a guy in like Matthew Golden, who coming out of
Yeah.
college, the guy is an elite level receiver, and you can't get the
Yeah.
ball to him. Like,
No.
again, why does no how come these old quarterbacks know that, oh, you the number one? Cool, I'm gonna get it to you about like 50,000 times. Like
Right.
Joe Flacco
Joe
had no
Flacco.
issue.
Yeah, Joe Flacco.
Had no issue. Oh, Jamal Chase. Yeah, I know you're not open, but I'm gonna throw it your way anyway.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. What we missed on the last touchdown, I'm gonna throw it to you again to make sure we get another one.
Right. It's like he got him on his fantasy team.
Or like he was playing Madden. uh, Next is the Commanders Cowboys. Again, devastating loss by the Commanders coming off another loss in the NFC. They need to get
Need it.
NFC games. Right now they're down 1-3 in the NFC. This is another NFC game. And
Yeah.
especially when you got also coming up the Seattle Seahawks at
Mm.
home and the Detroit Lions at
Ooh.
home.
Oh my
So
goodness. Yeah. This is a must win.
yeah, yeah. So it's definitely a must win.
It's a
Who
must
you
win.
got in this game?
Oh man, Dallas offense looks good, but I think the blueprint's out there on Dallas. Hey, listen, at this point, since their offense is really good, hey, keep them on the sideline. You know how you keep them on the sideline? Run the ball. They're gonna run the ball, man. Hey, look for your boy Bill to have a really big game on the ground, just as long as he don't fumble. Uh, I think I got the Commanders on this one.
I got the Cowboys, and it hurts me to say this.
Oh yeah, I know that hurt. Golly.
Because because I don't think that our offense, I don't think our defense can withstand that firepower. I just think
Yeah,
that firepower is just way too much for us.
yeah.
And I mean, being
Oh,
as
and they got
though
CD Lamb back. They get CD
it's
Lamb.
exactly CeeDee
Uh,
Lamb is back,
they about to.
and that's going to be a tough one for us to even compete against. So
Yeah,
I got the Cowboys, and it's not only that. I should have said this in my preview show. If Washington really wants to win, they might want to go with McNichols instead of Bill. And the
yeah,
reason why is because Bill has a lot of tails in games. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know, one, he's either going to run or
Yep.
he's going to motion out for a pass. And
Right.
the Bears figured that out. And as soon as he did that, all they did was all they did was rush Jaden. But when McNichols was in, they kind of scaled it back.
Yeah.
So being as though that teams are starting to see the tail with Bill,
Hmm.
the Commanders might want to think about going more McNichols than Bill.
Should never trade Robinson, man.
Huh?
Should never trade Robinson.
No, exactly,
I
exactly.
thought that was a pointless move.
It,
I
it
didn't see
was
it.
it was to me. I felt it was. Because and I said I kept saying it, and I'm still going to say it. I just feel that most people don't understand that that type of move wasn't needed, especially when you had a guy who was still trying to figure it out. Not only
Yeah.
that, Brian Robinson was your more all-purpose back anyway. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? He was a three down guy, and you
Yep.
just sent him away. So I don't know, man. We'll see.
Yep.
Next is the Falcons 49ers. Falcons are not playing around.
Not.
They're showing that, yo, our offense ain't a joke, and
Yep.
we're gonna make Bijan Robinson look like the guy we everybody thought he was gonna be, the
Yep.
most elite level running back that we've seen. Going against the 49ers, Mac Jones is
Mac Jones
injured.
look
I
good.
think Brock Purdy might be back. But I think this is the first return game of Ayuk. Um, who you got in this game?
Either way, I'm taking Atlanta because uh, they got injuries on defense, man. Talking about 49ers. I'm taking Atlanta on this. It's in San Francisco. Well, Santa Clara technically, but yeah, I'm taking Atlanta.
I'm taking Atlanta. Yeah, the Fred Warner injury is just
Yep.
I don't know if they because I don't think they've ever survived without him.
Yep.
And I think that he's like the emotional focal point of that defense. Him being out, I think the 49ers tank as they
Yep.
keep going on. So I'm going with the Falcons as well. Buccaneers, Lions, first Monday night game.
Uh, tough matchup. Lions going off, coming off that loss from against the Chiefs.
Hmm.
I think they're really back in. I think they're really back in. I'm gonna take the Lions on this one because this is gonna be a good game. The Bucks, I like the Bucks, but I'm gonna go with the Lions on this
Uh, I'm going Lions too. Nah, I'm going Bucks.
one.
I'm feeling it. The feeling is hitting me. I'm going
You feel
Bucks.
that way, huh?
Yeah, I'm going Bucks because of the fact that I just think that when it comes down to it, it's one of those things where no matter what goes on, the Bucks find a way to make it happen. Baker Mayfield has been playing very well, and
Yep.
he's shown that he doesn't necessarily need Mike Evans to still win. The downside is that
He get.
Abuka, I
I think
think,
he
is
might come
still
back.
hurt.
I think
Yeah,
he might
so.
come back this week.
Yeah, and then I don't know if Bucky Irvin is back yet. But yeah, that I mean, they made sure he had more than enough weapons. Tej Johnson stepped up, another rookie receiver
I feel like I can
stepped
get
up.
out there and go catch for Baker right now. You know what I mean? I might catch touchdown.
So yeah, I'm going Bucks. You got lines, I'm going Bucks. Last game, Texans Seahawks. Who you got in that game?
Man, I'm taking Seahawks. Matter of fact, I was going to go to this game early in the season just because it was I had found some really good tickets, but I'm going Seahawks because it's a home game for the Seahawks and the Texans. Texans really they've been shaky. They've been shaky. They one thing they won their last two games, but they hadn't been against formidable opponents. This is their first real test since they started winning. But I'm taking
Yeah,
Seahawks.
yeah. I'm taking Seahawks too. It's sad to see the Texans fall like this. You
Yep.
know, it's really is sad, and we're starting to see them unify and utilize some more of those receivers. But Seattle's just too good at this point. Sam Darnold's playing well. They're running the ball well. They're doing a lot of, and Jackson Smith and Jigba is like
Oh
catching
yeah.
everything. So,
Nasty.
and, I mean, he's really ripping into the secondary. Now, again, this may be a tougher game for him going up against Stingley, and
Yep.
Stingley actually travels. So this
Man.
may be a tougher game for him, but I think they're still a stronger team than the Texans. So that is our picks for week 7. Jeremiah, what are your parlays going to be this week?
All right, so I'm gonna stay off the parlay portion. So I'm gonna do this by single bet. So if you want to
Okay.
make it a parlay, you can.
Okay.
You can. But so uh right now, as of right now, they Chuba Hubbard, he gets back this week. So he's playing this week. He's gonna be running the ball. So it looks like they're probably gonna be splitting. I don't know the game plan, so it's a little bit risky.
Right.
So when I say a little bit risky, anything happen with Dave Canals. I don't know how he's gonna coach this. So I got Chuba Hubbard 40 yards, 40 yards or more, 40 rushing yards, and he's going against the Jets. If he his season average is like 57 yards,
Mm-hmm.
so he can hit 40 if he gets enough carries. And the Jets run defense is terrible too, so we might be looking at a 200-yard game between the both of them, between Chuba and Rico. And then, like I said earlier, the other bet is going to be like I said earlier, the Colts
Mm-hmm.
or the underdogs against the Chargers. So I got them covering the spread right at 1.5. I got them covering the spread at 1.5. They're probably going to win the game. If they win the game, you win the bet. All right.
Right. Right.
If they get within one, you win the bet. But they're going to win the game. And then a bonus one, if you want to, we got Bill 60 plus yards rushing against Dallas. Dallas rushing defense is terrible. If he gets 60 yards, you win. That's all it is. I mean, those are very safe bets. Especially the Colts. The Colts is the safest bet. That's the one I put my money on right there.
And of course, you got to go with the safe bets, especially as the season is starting to wrap up. And it's like, okay, I think the money's starting to get a little small over here now. Like time to make sure that we able to pay some bills around here. Other than that, y'all, that has been it. And of course, this has been your man John Fortune, along with my man Jeremiah Street. And this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.